Everyone remembers the warriors of Kurukshetra, Arjun, Bheem, Karna, the names history kept. But there was one warrior who could have ended the war in 18 minutes. You have probably never heard his name.
His name was Barbarika, the grandson of Bheem, born of a Rakshasi mother and a half-Rakshasa father, raised in the forest by warriors who had no kingdom to fight for. He had no army. He had no allies. He had 3 arrows.
3 arrows that could not miss. The first would mark every target his enemy stood on. The second would mark every target his enemy intended to defend. The third would destroy them all. 3 arrows, 1 battle. He could empty Kurukshetra in the time it takes to breathe.
But Barbarika had made a vow, a promise to his mother. He would not fight to win. He would only fight for the side that was losing.
It sounded noble. Defend the weaker side. Rescue the underdog. But there was a problem with that vow. A problem that only one man on earth understood.
Krishna saw the problem before anyone else. If Barbarika joined the losing side, that side would instantly start winning. Then he would have to switch. Then they would lose. He would switch again. The war would never end. Or worse, both sides would be destroyed.
So Krishna went to find Barbarika. He found him in the forest days before the war began. He came as a humble Brahmin, an old man asking for charity.
Krishna said, "Prove your power, young warrior. Take 1 arrow. Pin every leaf on this banyan tree. With 1 shot."
Barbarika released the arrow. It hovered in the air. Then it began to move. Leaf by leaf, it touched every leaf on the tree, marking each with a tiny golden glow.
But the arrow refused to land. It hovered, trembling, searching. There was 1 leaf it could not find, because Krishna had hidden 1 leaf under his foot.
The arrow knew it could not be lied to. Krishna lifted his foot. The arrow finished its work. Then he turned to Barbarika and dropped his disguise. The forest itself bowed.
Krishna said, "Barbarika, you cannot fight in this war. Your power is too great. Your vow is too dangerous. The war that must happen will not happen if you are in it. So I have to ask you for something you will not want to give.
I need your head as an offering so the war can happen, so the wheel of fate can turn. Will you give it to me?" Barbarika did not hesitate. He drew his own kirpan. He looked at Krishna and smiled. He said, "A warrior dies once. He chooses how. I choose to die for you." But Barbarika had one request. "Place my head somewhere I can see the war. I want to watch it, from start to finish, so that what I die for is not wasted."
Krishna placed his head on a pillar at the edge of Kurukshetra. And for 18 days, the head of Barbarika watched the greatest war ever fought. He saw chariots collide. He saw friends kill friends. He saw kings die in dust. He saw arrows turn the sky black. 18 days later, the war ended. The Pandavas had won. Krishna walked up the hill to retrieve the head of Barbarika. He asked one question. "Tell me what you saw. Who was the true hero of this war?"
Barbarika's head answered, "I saw no warriors. I saw no heroes. I saw only one thing on that battlefield. I saw your chakra, your divine wheel, cutting down everyone, on both sides. There was no war, Krishna. There was only you."